Listen, I know it's been one of those weeks. If you're here in Virginia, you know what it's been. It's been one of those last weeks where all you hear on the television and the radio is just nothing but political commercials. Yeah, there's an election on. There's an election on Tuesday here in the state. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's saying that they've been voting for the last 45 days, I think, or whatever. I don't. Who knows? Well, listen, I guess it's this new world that we live in. There's no such thing as just voting day. It's what is it? Voting. It's voting 45 days. I had an old buddy of mine who said, believe it's from Philadelphia. Yeah, that's right. You know what he said to me? He said, "You know what they taught you in Philadelphia? You vote early and you vote often." Well, listen, that's just what they said. That's not what I said. I'm just passing it along to you. Oh, well, listen, hey, you do with the information that you. Anyways, broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning. I want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show. We do have the Sam Cams live up and running. I have a couple of people already in here in the chat. I see KJ, Mustafa, and then Mustafa. What was it? KJE. I can't even say. I can't even read it. But free rolling. A couple other people I think down there in the chat as well. We have the Sam Cam live up and running. Well, yes, of course. That's good observation. Over my shoulder is Lord Blanket. No. Well, yeah, of course it is. Well, I kept telling you he was real all year round. No, not that. I'm talking about right above me, right here. That's a real radio microphone. No, that's a real radio microphone. So if you were in your car driving around Richmond, Virginia, you'd be able to flip on your radio and then boom, you would hear my beautiful puppet voice coming out of 90.1 FM. But then you might think to yourself, well, Sam, I need to see more. I hear that beautiful puppet voice coming out of the broadcast dial, but I need to see your beautiful puppet face. Well, you can see my beautiful puppet face. It goes along with my beautiful puppet voice at Sam Newsman. That's right, at Sam Newsman. We have the Sam Cams live up and running. Let's see here. Oh, Junkion. So I saw Junkion on there. Who else? Modern. What is it? Modern Girl Dad. Also, Cato's Collection down here in the chat as well. Good morning, Cato, to you. Well, I said down in the chat over here because we do have multiple streams running at once. So we do have the Sam Cam live over here on Instagram. So that's the Sam Cam over there. And then we have the Sam Cam live over here. Hello, Cato. There he is right there. I see him. Yeah. Well, and he sees me. Well, I mean, it's it's complicated. No, I mean, I don't want to have to explain the tech. But right here we are. We are on, yes, what is this? YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Well, X. I always say Twitter. I guess X. What is it? Calmer. Let's see. Calmer is here. Calumer, and then Sam R down there in the chat. Hello. King of all media puppets. I like that. King of all media puppets. Sir Philosopher as well. Crazy Welder here. White Vegeta. White Vegeta. I know that you sent me Mad Balls. The Mad Balls theme last week. Let's see if we can try to maybe pull that up this week to get it in the rotation somewhere. But yeah, so anyways, what I was just saying that White Vegeta submitted a song last week. And then you say, well, Sam, what do you mean by that? Well, we do take requests. You can send me a whole set list if you want to. A set list for what, Sam? Well, for us to play on the radio. See, what this is an experiment that went well beyond our expectations, and that is that every Saturday morning we show up here and we play a little bit of some jams that take you back to your childhood, take you back to back in the day, when things were fantastic, right? Sugary bowls of cereal, action figures, Barbie dolls, whatever, yo-yos. While you're eating a sugary bowl of cereal, and cartoons and movies. video games, wrestling, Saturday mornings. It was magical. But like they say, all good things come to an end, and your cartoons were taken away from you. By who? Yes, the government. No, that's not a conspiracy. That is fact. The government took away your cartoons, but a couple of years ago, the forces of nostalgia called on me to fire up the radio on Saturday morning. They said, Sam, you need to come out of retirement. I said, well, why is that? And they said, well, Saturday morning needs to come back. And so that's what I did. We came back and we've been setting the standard, raising the bar every single Saturday morning for the last 5 years. For the last 5 years. And what happens is that people will submit cartoon songs and cartoon themes, tell me what to play, and we'll fire them up into a little set list and play them every single Saturday morning. Shout out to Roundhead. Let's see. We also have the Camping Dude. That Camping Dude. That's a name. And then WJK. I see WJK as well down there in the chat. I keep saying down in the chat, at Sam Newsman is where you can find me. Now, I do have a set list coming up. It's Dave's set list, Deep Cut Dave, Professor Deep Cut Dave. We have some deep cuts that are coming here in just a few moments. Now, the only way you can hear those is on the radio. Now, you were probably saying, well, Sam, I'm not in Richmond. So how do I listen? WDCE.org. 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 Also, you can download the Live 365 app and search WDCE if you want to listen to the app. The favorite of Skydro Walker, he says that he listens to the website in a browser. And then from there, he can do some other things. So I'm not sure what's best for you. You pick out what's best for you. But like I said, at Sam Newsman, all over social media is where you can find me. Make sure you download the Live 365 app so you can listen to the radio songs that are about to play here on the radio in just a moment. Also, Deep Cut Dave's segment. Deep Cut Dave's segment is radio only. The only way you can hear Dave talk about the songs that we're about to play on the radio is if you're listening, like I said, WDCE.org or via the Live 365 app. So make sure that you have both of those, or one of those at least, to listen to these songs. Now, like I said, we'll be back on the other side of this break here in about 10 minutes or so. Maybe less than 10 minutes. I'm not sure. 8 or 9? What is it? It's something. Anyways, about 8 or 9 minutes. We'll be back on the other side with Professor Deep Cut Dave. He breaks down some of the deep cuts, maybe some things that you, some songs that you might not have heard. Well, that's why they're called deep cuts. So let's see here. What? Yes, Roundhead says, well, download the app and plug into the imagination of your childhood. That's right. As you take your kids to some kind of sporting event or something or another. Right. And all you're thinking about as you're driving your kids there is like, man, I just wish I was watching cartoons on Saturday morning. Well, daggone, at least I got Sam. At least I got Sam. Well, anyways, it's 9:30 here on the 4th day of November. Jeez. Good grief. Man. This year kind of flew by fast, didn't it? Okay, so the 4th day of November in the year 2023. It is 9:30 here on the East Coast. We'll be back here on the other side of this break. Make sure you remember, download the Live 365 app, search WDCE, or go to WDCE.org, at Sam Newsman, all over social media. Because why? You're here with us, listening to the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.